It is a truth universally acknowledged, yet often a dagger to the heart, to witness the beloved architects of your world forge new constellations with alien stars. And yet, the purest yearning remains, a silent prayer for their singular joy. In a recent, seismic tremor across the pop firmament, a titan of melody, unfilled an elegy, seemingly a raw, unvarnished chronicle of his final, tender moments with the ethereal Selena Gomez. The lyrical tapestry woven within this new sonic offering is a symphony of sorrow, each note a lament. The entire composition breathes a haunting nostalgia, a spectral whisper from a bygone era, and the digital ether itself convulsed in an overwhelming outpouring of collective emotion. Within mere blinks of its digital birth, the internet erupted, a supernova of fervent activity. The hashtag number Galena, a phantom limb of a decade-long romance, rocketed to the zenith of trending topics. Devoted legions were reduced to digital tears, and 1,000 intricate theories, like gossamer threads, began to interweave across the global web. This phenomenon ignited a wildfire of discourse, a philosophical debate echoing through the virtual halls. Was this the artist, at last, unveiling his gospel on their shared romantic odyssey, a long-awaited confession from the depths of his soul? Or was it, perhaps, a poignant, desperate plea for a second sunrise, a yearning for reconciliation that defied the sands of time? The sentiment of an enduring, unyielding affection, a cosmic tether encapsulated in the whispered vow, "I'm never going to stop loving you," reverberates through every corner of this unfolding drama. Regardless of the muse's true whisper, this musical release has undeniably seized the collective consciousness, prompting exhaustive dissection and impassioned debate. Rewind, if you will, to the dawn of March 2025, when Selena Gomez, the reigning empress of vulnerability, unveiled a collaborative masterpiece with her fiancé, Benny Blanco, christened "I Said I Love You First." This entire auditory journey has ascended to considerable heights across the myriad streaming realms. Yet, it is the ninth incantation, "How Does It Feel to Be Forgotten," that has truly ensnared the digital masses and unleashed a veritable tempest within the hallowed halls of Stan Twitter, all due to its perceived, undeniable tether to Gomez's legendary former counterpart. The song itself radiates a predominantly melancholic, yet audaciously defined ballad sensibility, a seamless fusion of introspective, regal empowerment with subtle, yet undeniably razor-sharp undertones of playful antagonism. What has particularly captivated and, indeed, unhinged listeners are the biting lyrical pronouncements that the Selenators Gomez's fiercely devoted, almost cult-like fan base are absolutely convinced are laser-focused, a direct arrow aimed at the heart of Justin Bieber. This conviction stems from lines that paint a stinging tableau, "'Cause you walked in big grin talking like we're friends. Honey, what were you thinking? He loves me. I love him. Look at you. Just look at you now." These verses are seen as a vivid, almost cinematic depiction of a former paramour, exhibiting an unseemly, almost grotesque comfort in the hallowed presence of Gomez and her new consort, all without a single explicit accusation. The immaculate delivery of this subtle, yet potent message is universally lauded, a masterclass in understated venom. The song's chorus, far from mere insinuation, delivers a full frontal assault, a verbal guillotine with lines that cut deep. "You're so embarrassing. Go cry when no one's watching. I can't imagine it. How does it feel to be forgotten?" Selenators, with a fervent zeal, are enthusiastically embracing this, interpreting it as Gomez unequivocally mocking Bieber's publicly broadcast emotional vulnerability, especially given his well-documented history of widely circulated crying selfies and emotionally charged digital lamentations. The cultural impact extends further, culminating in a Spanish outro that translates, with a final, elegant dismissal, to "Now all is said and done. All is forgotten." This bilingual flourish is celebrated as an additional layer of definitive disinterest, a powerful affirmation of Gomez's complete emotional emancipation. This linguistic flourish provides a perfect, almost theatrical finishing touch to a track that conveys themes of ultimate resolution and a personal renaissance post-breakup. These potent themes have resonated deeply within the digital communities who have meticulously charted the intricate Selena narrative for well over a decade. The prevailing, almost sacred conviction that this track is implicitly, undeniably about Bieber is buttressed by several compelling observations. Firstly, countless devotees have acutely noted that the lyric, "Look at you, just look at you now," bears a striking, almost uncanny resemblance to Gomez's immensely popular 2019 anthem, "Look at Her Now," which was also widely, firmly believed to be a direct commentary on Bieber. This cleverly placed lyrical Easter egg has certainly not escaped the discerning eye of the faithful, with many perceiving it as a deliberate, almost mischievous self-reference to her previous triumph concerning Bieber. Furthermore, the precise temporal alignment of the track's release is particularly significant. It strategically coincided with a period during which Bieber was widely perceived to be navigating what many cruelly termed his flop era, a challenging phase marked by swirling rumors of profound marital discord, with Hailey Bieber and paparazzi photographs that starkly depicted him looking gaunt, disheveled, and profoundly exhausted. The stark, undeniable contrast between this public portrayal of Bieber and Gomez's very public, demonstrative period of personal flourishing and happiness with Blanco has only served to intensify the widespread speculation fueling the already raging dumpster fire of theories that the song was, in fact, a direct, unequivocal critique of Bieber's current state and past actions. Social media platforms have, in essence, transformed this entire situation into a complete and utter cultural reset, a pivotal moment in contemporary online discourse. On platforms like TikTok and Twitter, now rebranded as X, the discussions have been nothing short of wild and incredibly fervent. A TikTok user, Brandy Unplugged, gained significant traction by creating a video featuring lip syncing to those undeniably killer lyrics, "He loves me. I love him. Look at you. Just look at you now." This video ingeniously juxtaposed content showcasing Gomez and Blanco's seemingly idyllic couple goals alongside images reflecting Bieber's alleged downward spiral. The comment section of this viral video quickly descended into absolute shambles, with myriad takes, including the highly popular "I would crash out too," overtly suggesting that Bieber was deeply and emotionally affected by the song's content. Similarly, users on X observed Bieber's visibly distressed behavior during an Instagram live session around the time the song was released, with everyone immediately interpreting it as his emotional spiral triggered directly by the song's cutting lyrics. One particularly impactful user post on March 31, 2025, read, "Justin Bieber really been crashing out on Instagram over this Selena Gomez song since its release. OMG, how does it feel to be forgotten indeed?" That single tweet alone achieved an astonishing level of engagement, effectively receiving more replies and retweets than likes, indicating significant negative reception half the platform's content. However, when examining the official narrative concerning the track's true inspiration, Gomez, in her characteristically composed and notably unbothered demeanor, has consistently sought to downplay any speculation definitively linking the song to Bieber. In various interviews, she has emphasized a deeper, more expansive meaning behind the album, suggesting that it encapsulates a broader spectrum of significant personal experiences, a mosaic of her journey. During Spotify's countdown to her series, Gomez explicitly stated that the album has nothing to do with what everyone may go to, further elaborating that she has evolved so much, and "I have experienced life with new people. I've had to go through transitions with friends and lose people in my life and gain new people, and I've had a whole new life." She additionally clarified that the songs are inspired by both our pasts and our history and also just inspired by friends and relationships. In the narrated version of the album, Gomez reiterated that the song is not directed at any specific individual, but is an honest reflection of her and Blanco's collective past and present experiences, a shared tapestry of their lives. Speaking to Genius, Gomez explained, "A lot of people like to dissect my music. I can tell you that this specific song is much more about what we've experienced." She further suggested that the track could pertain to various relationships, including friendships, not exclusively romantic entanglements, highlighting that the album as a whole encapsulates her complete journey of personal development, a chronicle of her soul's evolution. Despite Gomez's valiant efforts to steer the narrative away from Bieber interpretations, the speculation has only intensified. This is particularly due to fans and media outlets meticulously documenting Bieber's every twitch and tremor following the song's release. On March 30, 2025, he shared Instagram posts featuring a new nose piercing, with his comment section quickly being inundated with observations about his disoriented and melancholic appearance, which many interpreted as a classic instance of emotional distress, a raw nerve exposed. Subsequently, on April 3, 2025, Bieber posted memes, including one depicting Gollum from Lord of the Rings, with the caption, "Girls on social media, when they get engaged," which was immediately recognized as a subtle jab, a poisoned dart aimed squarely at Gomez's engagement to Blanco. The reactions to these posts revealed a deeply divided community, a schism in the digital realm. Some fans criticized Bieber with comments like, "He's been married for 8 years and has a child at home, but still shading his ex on Insta story." Others expressed genuine concern for his mental well-being, especially given his previous public acknowledgments of internal struggles, such as his post stating, "I think I hate myself sometimes when I feel myself start to become inauthentic. Then I remember we're all being made to think we're not enough, but I still hate when I change myself to please people." A poignant confession from a troubled soul. The very genesis of the Selena narrative traces back to approximately 2009, a fated year when Justin Bieber and Selena Gomez were introduced through the machinations of their respective managers. Initially, both maintained a facade of platonic camaraderie. Gomez, ever the poised elder, referred to Bieber as a good kid and perceived herself as a benevolent big sister figure. When they were observed sharing a clandestine brunch at IHOP in Philadelphia in late 2010, Gomez, with practiced deflection, informed MTV News, "We were both performing in the same place, so we went and had pancakes together. That's all it is." This exemplified the classic, "we're just friends," theatrical performance. However, behind the velvet curtain, sources whispered that they had embarked on a discreet entanglement in the summer of 2010, maintaining a veil of privacy due to their burgeoning status as child stars navigating the treacherous waters of burgeoning fame and relentless public scrutiny. Their clandestine affair blossomed into public spectacle when photographs surfaced of the couple locked in a passionate embrace on a yacht in St. Lucia during New Year's Eve in 2011. In September of that year, a gesture widely considered one of the most extravagant romantic displays in modern history unfolded. Bieber, with the flourish of a true romantic, famously rented out the entire Staples Center, now the Crypto.com Arena, for a private Titanic screening, exclusively for the two of them. This act exemplified a lavish, almost absurd expenditure of wealth, a testament to teenage infatuation. However, their very presence in the public eye also fostered a toxic maelstrom. Gomez faced a relentless tide of hostility from Bieber's devoted, almost fanatical fan base, receiving death threats and vitriolic comments that would undoubtedly violate contemporary TikTok community guidelines. By 2012, their evolving dynamic began to exhibit ominous signs of strain. Despite Gomez bestowing upon Bieber a Diamond J promise ring, their demanding schedules and escalating fame generated considerable tension, a tightening noose around their young love. In November 2012, after nearly 2 years intertwined, they decided to sever their connection for the first time. This initial, significant separation would initiate years of a volatile, on-again, off-again dynamic, a relentless dance of magnetic pull and brutal repulsion, with the couple repeatedly breaking up and reconciling between 2012 and 2018. Fast forward to 2018, when Bieber and Gomez, with a final, weary sigh, ended their relationship definitively. Just a few short months later, in July 2018, Bieber, with a shocking swiftness, publicly announced his engagement to Hailey, and they were married in September 2018. This rapid progression to marital bliss stunned many and reportedly inflicted significant emotional distress upon Gomez, ultimately inspiring her 2019 viral lament, "Lose You to Love Me," with its memorable, stinging lyrics about being replaced within 2 months. Since then, both Gomez and Bieber have embarked on separate journeys of personal and professional metamorphosis. Bieber has meticulously constructed a life with Hailey, welcoming a cherubic baby boy, named Jack Blues in 2024. Meanwhile, Gomez found lasting serenity with Benny Blanco, publicly announcing their relationship before unveiling their engagement in December 2024, a new chapter in her own grand narrative. Activity in early 2025, a digital breadcrumb trail. His frequent and often erratic Instagram posts, a chaotic kaleidoscope of memes and cryptic content, have prompted devoted fans to engage in extensive interpretive efforts, a digital archaeological dig. His post on April 3, 2025, featuring the wretched golem from Lord of the Rings, with the caption, "Girls on social media, when they get engaged," was interpreted as a clear sign of subtle criticism, a thinly veiled jab. With Gomez's December engagement to Blanco still fresh in the public's mind, the connection was immediately, undeniably drawn. Another post depicted a video of a seemingly deceased cat mid-outburst, followed by a calm demeanor, with a caption suggesting mood swings. Fans were quick to identify this as another veiled reference to Gomez, a shadow puppet show for the masses. The precise timing of these posts, appearing directly after Gomez's album release with Blanco, has convinced many that Bieber is emotionally affected by his former paramour's music and current radiant happiness. Beyond his enigmatic social media presence, fans have been dissecting Bieber's potential emotional responses to Gomez's new music with the precision of forensic scientists. Tracks like How Does It Feel to Be Forgotten and You Said You Were Sorry from Gomez's album with Blanco are widely believed to contain lyrical references to Bieber, a ghost in the machine. Some fans have interpreted Bieber's social media posts as direct, subtle replies to these songs, suggesting he might be meticulously preparing a musical retaliation, a sonic counter-strike. A viral TikTok video theorized that Bieber was reacting strongly to Gomez's lyrics, which portrayed her as thriving with Blanco while her former partner was experiencing a period of decline, a stark, almost cruel contrast. Further fueling these conspiracy theories are tantalizing indications that Bieber may be returning to music soon, a phoenix poised to rise. In January 2025, Bieber shared a snippet of an unreleased track on Instagram, described as a soul rap banger, with lyrics about overcoming detractors and showcasing success. The post included emojis like a tea spilling, a film projector, and a writing hand, hinting at new music in the pipeline, a tantalizing promise. Additionally, producer MKG revealed to the New York Times in late 2024 that he had been in the studio with Bieber, further intensifying speculation about an upcoming project, a whisper of future glory. This musical activity was immediately linked to the ongoing Selena narrative, especially given the synchronicity with Gomez's album release and engagement announcement, a cosmic alignment. The underlying implication of this perceived Justin Bieber musical track is one of intense scrutiny, fueled by his recent erratic online behavior, the fervent fan reactions to Gomez's new compositions, and subtle, almost tantalizing hints about his imminent return to the musical arena. Let us begin with Bieber's social media activity in early 2025, a digital breadcrumb trail. His frequent and often erratic Instagram posts, a chaotic kaleidoscope of memes and cryptic content, have prompted devoted fans to engage in extensive interpretive efforts, a digital archaeological dig. His post on April 3, 2025, featuring the wretched golem from Lord of the Rings, with the caption, "Girls on social media, when they get engaged," was interpreted as a clear sign of subtle criticism, a thinly veiled jab. With Gomez's December engagement to Blanco still fresh in the public's mind, the connection was immediately, undeniably drawn. Another post depicted a video of a seemingly deceased cat mid-outburst, followed by a calm demeanor, with a caption suggesting mood swings. Fans were quick to identify this as another veiled reference to Gomez, a shadow puppet show for the masses. The precise timing of these posts, appearing directly after Gomez's album release with Blanco, has convinced many that Bieber is emotionally affected by his former paramour's music and current radiant happiness. Beyond his enigmatic social media presence, fans have been dissecting Bieber's potential emotional responses to Gomez's new music with the precision of forensic scientists. Tracks like How Does It Feel to Be Forgotten and You Said You Were Sorry from Gomez's album with Blanco are widely believed to contain lyrical references to Bieber, a ghost in the machine. Some fans have interpreted Bieber's social media posts as direct, subtle replies to these songs, suggesting he might be meticulously preparing a musical retaliation, a sonic counter-strike. A viral TikTok video theorized that Bieber was reacting strongly to Gomez's lyrics, which portrayed her as thriving with Blanco while her former partner was experiencing a period of decline, a stark, almost cruel contrast. Further fueling these conspiracy theories are tantalizing indications that Bieber may be returning to music soon, a phoenix poised to rise. In January 2025, Bieber shared a snippet of an unreleased track on Instagram, described as a soul rap banger, with lyrics about overcoming detractors and showcasing success. The post included emojis like a tea spilling, a film projector, and a writing hand, hinting at new music in the pipeline, a tantalizing promise. Additionally, producer MKG revealed to the New York Times in late 2024 that he had been in the studio with Bieber, further intensifying speculation about an upcoming project, a whisper of future glory. This musical activity was immediately linked to the ongoing Selena narrative, especially given the synchronicity with Gomez's album release and engagement announcement, a cosmic alignment. There is also significant historical precedent for such a musical response, a well-trodden path. Throughout their tumultuous relationship and after its definitive conclusion, both Bieber and Gomez have channeled their raw personal experiences into commercially successful songs, a cathartic symphony. The Selena saga has long served as a wellspring of musical inspiration, particularly for Bieber's 2015 album, Purpose, which was widely perceived as a concept album entirely centered around Gomez, a musical shrine. The notion of a new track addressing Gomez aligns with this established pattern, especially considering the current perceived drama following her engagement and new music, a fresh spark to an old flame. However, the specific content of this potential track is open to myriad interpretations. Some believe the song could address his feelings about Gomez's engagement, their tumultuous past relationship, or his current serene life with Hailey Bieber. Others anticipate an apologetic tone, a return to his sorry era, while some expect a defensive stance or direct, lyrical jabs at Gomez's recent compositions, a verbal duel. Nonetheless, several factors suggest that a direct diss track from Bieber is less probable, a strategic retreat. Gomez has asserted that her album, I Said I Love You First, is not intended to be about Bieber, emphasizing her personal growth and new relationships, a declaration of independence. During a Spotify interview, she stated that most of this album has nothing to do with what everyone may go to, encouraging fans to interpret her work more broadly, beyond the confines of a single narrative. This suggests she may not be actively seeking a musical confrontation, potentially diminishing the likelihood of Bieber responding in kind. Moreover, Bieber is currently immersed in a phase characterized by his profound roles as a devoted husband to Hailey Bieber and a loving father to baby Jack, born in 2024. His recent social media posts focus on family life and personal development, addressing themes of mental health and authenticity, a journey of self-discovery. A diss track targeting Gomez could provoke significant public criticism and potentially create tension within his marriage, making it a less advantageous move from both a personal and public relations standpoint, a calculated risk. On Gomez's side, several tracks have been interpreted as direct responses to Bieber. The Heart Wants What It Wants from 2014 was confirmed by Gomez as being about Bieber, with lyrics acknowledging the tumultuous nature of their relationship, but also her lingering, undeniable feelings. Her 2019 hit, Lose You to Love Me, is widely considered her most direct reference to Bieber, particularly his swift engagement to Hailey, with the aforementioned line about being replaced within 2 months, a brutal truth. This musical dialogue has created a rich narrative for fans to analyze and interpret, a tapestry of shared history, further fueling speculation that any new music from either artist might reference their intertwined past. The concept of a musical conversation between former partners evokes a strong parallel to Taylor Swift's approach, but the intense public interest in the Selena relationship has amplified the significance of each potential reference, turning every note into a potential clue. It is also pertinent to consider how this speculation about a potential new Bieber track fits into the broader, often tumultuous context of his life and career in 2025. Bieber's recent public appearances and social media posts have caused a ripple of concern among some fans, with reports describing him as appearing gaunt and exhausted and sharing troubling content online, a digital cry for help. In February and March 2025, he was observed looking unwell, a shadow of his former self, and in one peculiar instance, even wore a bathrobe to dinner, a bizarre public spectacle. Concurrently, rumors of marital difficulties between Bieber and Hailey have circulated, a storm brewing beneath the surface. Reports suggested that Hailey sought solace and support from their church due to concerns for Justin's well-being, and she reportedly unfollowed him on Instagram, although she later refuted this, a swift denial. These rumors have added another layer to the already dense speculation surrounding Bieber's emotional state and his potential musical response to Gomez, a complex web of intrigue. To fully grasp the implications of these rumors and the potential significance of any musical output from Bieber, it is essential to delve into the extensive, almost mythical history of the Selena relationship and the artistic exchanges that have characterized their connection over the years, a saga etched in pop culture lore. Their intertwined story began in 2009, when Justin Bieber and Selena Gomez were introduced by the orchestrations of their respective managers. Bieber, then a mere 15-year-old, had already publicly expressed a celebrity crush on the 17-year-old Gomez in a radio interview, prompting his shrewd manager, Scooter Braun, to reach out to Gomez's mother and manager, Mandy Teefey, to orchestrate a fateful meeting. Drive Amazon deals. Initially, both stars projected a strong impression of being merely friends, a carefully constructed facade. Gomez described herself as a benevolent big sister figure to Bieber. And when photographed sharing breakfast together at IHOP in Philadelphia in late 2010, she explained to MTV News, "We were both performing in the same place, so we went and had pancakes together. That's all it is." This exemplified a classic instance of ambiguous relationship status, a masterclass in deflection. However, behind the scenes, reports indicate they embarked on a discreet relationship in the summer of 2010, maintaining their privacy due to their status as child stars, navigating burgeoning fame, a delicate dance in the spotlight. They spent Thanksgiving together with Gomez's family, a quiet, intimate moment, and by December, they were photographed holding hands and displaying affection, a subtle unveiling. The public debut of their relationship occurred when photos of the couple kissing on a yacht in St. Lucia during New Year's Eve 2011 were leaked, a splash heard around the world. By February 2011, they made their relationship official at the Vanity Fair Oscars party, posing for photographs in a photo booth and solidifying their status as a prominent young Hollywood couple, a new dynasty. This event marked a significant cultural shift that captivated millennials, a moment etched in a generation's memory. Throughout 2011, their relationship provided iconic public moments. They shared red carpet appearances, including at the Billboard Music Awards, where they famously shared a kiss after Bieber secured a win, a public display of affection that launched 1,000 ships. In September came a grand gesture that has since inspired countless TikToks, a legend in the making. Bieber rented out the entire Staples Center, now the Crypto.com Arena, for a private screening of Titanic, exclusively for Gomez. This romantic display continues to set unrealistic expectations for teenage relationships globally, a burden on future romantics. However, their relationship also fostered a toxic fan culture, a dark undercurrent. Gomez endured significant harassment from Bieber's devoted fan base, receiving death threats and hateful comments that would be in violation of current online platform guidelines, a chilling testament to parasocial obsession. The parasocial relationship expectations among fans were excessively fervent, a dangerous intensity. By 2012, their relationship began to show ominous signs of instability. Despite Gomez gifting Bieber a diamond J promise ring, their demanding schedules and escalating fame created tension, a fraying rope. In November 2012, after nearly 2 years together, they decided to end their relationship for the first time. Sources revealed issues of trust and the challenges of maintaining a long-distance relationship, with one insider telling People magazine, "Selena broke up with Justin about a week ago. It's been a really challenging experience over the last year because of their crazy schedules." This initial significant breakup period would initiate years of a volatile, on-again, off-again dynamic, a relentless pendulum swing, with the couple repeatedly breaking up and reconciling between 2012 and 2018. Each chapter of their relationship subsequently inspired impactful songs from both artists, creating a musical dialogue that fans have been dissecting for years, a never-ending conversation. Moving forward to 2018, Bieber and Gomez ended their relationship for the final, definitive time. Just a few months later, in July 2018, Bieber publicly announced his engagement to Hailey Baldwin, and they were married in September 2018. This rapid progression in their relationship surprised many and reportedly caused significant emotional distress for Gomez, ultimately inspiring her 2019 viral hit, "Lose You to Love Me," with its memorable, stinging lyrics, "In 2 months, you replaced us like it was easy." Since then, both Gomez and Bieber have experienced periods of profound, personal and professional growth. Bieber has meticulously built a life with Hailey, welcoming Baby Jack Blues in 2024, a new foundation. Meanwhile, Gomez found her committed partner in Benny Blanco, publicly announcing their relationship before revealing their engagement in December 2024, a new horizon. This ongoing musical exchange has yielded some of both artists' most vulnerable work, a raw, exposed nerve. For Bieber, Nothing Like Us from his 2013 Believe acoustic album is perhaps his most raw and emotionally charged song about Gomez, a lament from the depths. Another track from this period was Heartbreaker, released in October 2013 as part of Bieber's Journals compilation. This R&B-infused ballad addressed heartbreak following their split, with lyrics suggesting he was not ready to abandon their relationship, a desperate clinging. However, their relationship remained tumultuous. By late 2013, Bieber confirmed they were no longer speaking, though he still expressed love for her, a lingering ember. Their on-again, off-again pattern continued into 2014 with a brief reunion at Coachella in April that reportedly ended after Gomez discovered photographs of Kylie Jenner on Bieber's phone, a moment of betrayal. 2014 was also the year Gomez released The Heart Wants What It Wants, a song she confirmed was about Bieber. In interviews, she described it as a reflection of her enduring affection for him despite the toxicity, a love that defied logic. The emotional track includes lyrics, acknowledging the million reasons why she should give him up, but expressing that her heart had other intentions, a defined beat. By November 2014, following another brief reconciliation, they split again. Gomez confirmed the breakup to Ryan Seacrest and subsequently focused on her career and personal growth, a pivot towards self. In 2015, both artists openly addressed their relationship through their music and interviews, a public post-mortem. Bieber told Complex magazine, "We were so in love. When stuff would happen, I would lose my freaking mind and she would lose my mind and we would fight so hard, because we were so invested in each other." Gomez told the Sunday Times, "It's difficult for people to separate us." That same year, Bieber released his album Purpose, which contains several tracks widely believed to be about Gomez. On The Ellen DeGeneres Show, he confirmed that What Do You Mean was inspired by Gomez, reflecting frustration over mixed signals with lyrics questioning contradictory behaviors. He also acknowledged that Sorry was partially about Gomez, seen as a musical apology with its plea asking if it was too late to apologize. Additionally, Bieber confirmed to Ellen that the album's opening track, Mark My Words, was about Gomez. This acoustic ballad establishes a remorseful tone with lyrics promising to give his all. He told Access Hollywood that Gomez was someone I loved dearly and he'd never stopped checking in on her. He has also stated that his relationship with Selena was the best part of his teenage years. He further elaborated, "Best part of the teenage years got shut off. Perfect timing, right? That was like what was it? Owning a Ferrari. No, not that. Going deeper than that. Sickest part when I was probably my relationship with my ex-girlfriend. Fans have also theorized that Love Yourself, co-written with Ed Sheeran, is about Gomez, with its dismissive lyrics about someone his mother doesn't like and suggesting self-love instead. Though Bieber never confirmed this connection, fans point to Gomez's Love Yourself tattoo in Arabic as potential supporting evidence, a subtle, intriguing clue. From 2015 to 2017, both Bieber and Gomez dated other people, a period of exploration. Gomez had a relationship with The Weeknd from January to October 2017. While Bieber was briefly linked to Sophia Richie and later Hailey Baldwin, now Hailey Bieber. In October 2017, following Gomez's split from The Weeknd, she and Bieber reconnected. Reportedly, through their shared involvement with Hillsong Church, they were spotted biking, attending church, and kissing at Bieber's hockey game in Los Angeles, a rekindling of an old flame. Sources confirmed to US Weekly, Selena and Justin are back together, noting Gomez's lingering feelings for him. This final reconciliation included romantic moments, such as a Valentine's Day 2018 dinner and attending Jeremy Bieber's wedding in Jamaica, where they appeared very affectionate together, a fleeting glimpse of happiness. However, by March 2018, they went on a break that ultimately became permanent. News reported Selena realized, even though he's made some positive improvements, they just aren't a perfect match right now. Gomez decided to focus on herself, rarely mentioning Bieber publicly thereafter, a deliberate silence. The definitive end of Selena came when Bieber reconnected with Hailey Baldwin in May 2018. They became engaged in July and married in September 2018, just months after his final split from Gomez, a whirlwind of events. This rapid transition shocked fans and reportedly affected Gomez deeply. In October 2019, Gomez released Lose You to Love Me, widely interpreted as her final, poignant statement on their breakup. The emotional ballad includes the revealing lyric about being replaced in 2 months, seemingly referencing Bieber's swift engagement to Hailey, a direct hit. Shortly thereafter, she followed up with Look at Her Now, an empowering track celebrating her resilience and growth post-breakup, a phoenix rising. Fast forward to 2025, and we have Gomez's latest perceived references to Bieber in How Does It Feel to Be Forgotten and You Said You Were Sorry. While Gomez has consistently maintained that these songs are not about Bieber, the lyrical connections and timing have continued to fuel widespread speculation, a narrative that refuses to die. Regardless of the actual intent, it is evident that the Selena saga remains a powerful cultural touchstone. Their relationship has become one of pop culture's most extensively analyzed romances, a modern epic. With each song contributing to a musical dialogue that has spanned over a decade, consecutive posts and subtle allusions within Selena Gomez's new album have ignited a fervent online discussion, with fans convinced she is delivering veiled criticisms towards the Bieber family, a digital whisper campaign. However, a crucial player in this narrative, Hailey Bieber, is reportedly not tolerating these indirect attacks and is taking definitive action, a gauntlet thrown. Her recent moves are sending a clear, unequivocal message not only to Selena, but also to her devoted fan base, urging them to cease the negativity and allow the past to remain in the past, a plea for peace. Hailey Bieber's response to Selena's album, and the perceived slights has once again placed Selena Gomez, Hailey, and Justin Bieber at the epicenter of entertainment news, a recurring drama. Amidst the prevailing animosity, Hailey is reportedly contemplating legal recourse to definitively put an end to what she views as false narratives, particularly those originating from Selena's fan base, a legal tempest brewing. In an era where social media heavily influences public perception, Hailey has keenly felt the burden of this scrutiny, a relentless gaze. For years, she reportedly disregarded the negativity, choosing to concentrate on her career and personal life. However, the relentless online harassment appears to have reached a critical point, prompting her to explore legal avenues to suppress what she considers untruths, a line drawn in the sand. She is reportedly in discussions with prominent legal professionals, including Lisa Bloom, known for successfully representing Cardi B in her significant defamation case against a YouTuber, a formidable ally. If Hailey proceeds with legal action, it would not solely serve to vindicate her reputation, it could also establish a precedent for other public figures and influencers grappling with online harassment, a beacon of hope. The internet has regrettably facilitated the unchecked dissemination of misinformation, and Hailey's case could potentially mark a turning point in this regard, a shift in the digital tide. A now deleted post from Hailey succinctly articulated her frustration. People take the information they're fed and draw a picture of who you are. In most cases, it is incorrect. Despite the adversity, Hailey is reportedly not relenting. Both she and Selena have publicly clarified that they are not adversaries. Yet online provocateurs continue to fuel the animosity, a relentless, destructive cycle. If this lawsuit materializes, it might finally terminate the destructive cycle, a definitive end. Ultimately, Hailey Bieber is reportedly weary of being the constant target of online criticism. She is prepared to reclaim her narrative and in doing so, potentially contribute to a less hostile social media environment for everyone, a noble pursuit. Rumors suggest that Hailey is also pressuring Justin to release his new album imminently, following Selena Gomez's recent album launch with Benny Blanco, a strategic chess move. Naturally, this development has sparked widespread conversation, with fans and critics speculating whether this is merely coincidental timing, or something more personally motivated, a calculated maneuver. If Justin indeed releases his album, shortly after Selena's single, it is bound to raise questions. Is this solely about maintaining Bieber's presence in the headlines? Is Hailey genuinely that concerned about Selena's activities, a desperate attempt to stay relevant? Some individuals believe she is exerting excessive effort to appear as an industry mastermind, when her focus should be on establishing her own distinct path, one that does not consistently involve Selena, a shadow she cannot escape. Of course, Justin and Hailey being embroiled in controversy is not a novel occurrence. Justin is often portrayed as the volatile, temperamental superstar, while Hailey is frequently seen as the more composed individual who adapts to circumstances, a study in contrasts. Meanwhile, Selena and Benny Blanco appear utterly unaffected, basking in their relationship, and creating music without additional public spectacle, a serene island in a sea of chaos. It is not uncommon for the names of Selena, Justin, and Hailey to be inextricably interconnected. Given the tumultuous conclusion of Justin and Selena's relationship and Justin's swift marriage announcement, 6 months later, both fan bases have been scrutinizing every post, photograph, and new song release for underlying meanings, a relentless hunt for clues. Consider, for instance, one of Justin's recent Instagram story posts, which caused widespread online commotion, even leading to speculation about the stability of his marriage to Hailey. With just a few words, he managed to trigger a frenzy, leaving fans questioning if there was marital discord, a single spark igniting a wildfire. It was a seemingly innocuous caption that captivated public attention. The post itself was unremarkable, but the caption was allegedly a subtle jab at Hailey, something along the lines of, "Me behind my girlfriend after she makes me mad." And just like that, the internet went into overdrive. Fans immediately began dissecting the post, wondering if Justin was criticizing his wife. The comments section transformed into a battleground, a digital coliseum. Some were convinced this was a cryptic breakup message, while others argued that people were overthinking it. Regardless, the speculation spread rapidly, a virus of conjecture. Justin also shared a close-up photograph of his face partially obscured by a hood covered in mottled white fleece, captioned, "I got anger issues, too. But I want to grow, and not react so much. SMH. This further exacerbated concerns about his marriage, a public unraveling. It is undeniable that this is not the first time their marriage has been subjected to intense scrutiny. Ever since their whirlwind romance and 2018 wedding, they have consistently generated headlines, for everything from public declarations of love to tense moments captured on camera, a relentless spotlight. And now, this latest Instagram drama is only exacerbating the existing speculation, adding fuel to the fire. The immediate negative reaction was palpable. Social media was flooded with theories, and hashtags like #JustinBieber's and #SolarVibes began trending, a digital roar. Some fans sympathized with Hailey, while others supported Justin, asserting that his post was harmless and being unduly exaggerated. Days passed, but Justin and Hailey remained silent, further complicating the situation. No clarifications, no explanations, just an echoing silence. Naturally, insiders attempted to assuage concerns, with some claiming it was a misunderstanding and others hinting at deeper underlying issues, a web of half-truths. Then came the public sighting. The couple appeared together at an event, but their body language seemed awkward and distant, a chilling tableau. Paparazzi captured photographs that only intensified the rumors, and soon thereafter, those images were widely disseminated across social media, a viral contagion. Fans meticulously analyzed every minute detail. Was Hailey avoiding eye contact? Did Justin appear disinterested? The theories continued to proliferate, a relentless tide. However, not everyone is convinced that this signifies the imminent end of their marriage. While the Biebers seem to be living their individual lives, many naturally assumed that the profound, emotional depth of the lyrics in Selena's new album must be directed at her past relationship with Justin Bieber or even his wife Hailey Bieber. But Selena swiftly refuted that narrative, a calm dismissal. Selena and Justin's on-again, off-again saga was practically a full-fledged reality show, unfolding across headlines, concert stages, and enigmatic social media posts for years, a captivating, never-ending drama. Therefore, when she releases an album saturated with emotion, it is hardly surprising that people begin to connect the dots, whether accurately or not. However, Selena firmly maintains that her music is not about re-examining old romantic narratives, a refusal to be drawn back into the vortex. Anytime I release anything, the interpretation is going to be up to the audience. However, I would like to say that most of this album has nothing to do with what everyone may go to, she clarified in a recent interview. She also stated that it is up to whatever people want, but to her it was about her and Benny's pasts and their history and also just inspired by friends and relationships. Of course, that will not deter the internet from running wild. The love triangle storyline Selena, Justin, and Hailey is simply too compelling for the media to relinquish, a narrative too juicy to abandon. Let's momentarily examine the alleged subtle criticism Selena may have directed towards Justin and Hailey in her latest album, I Said I Love You First. Selena Gomez is accustomed to having her lyrics meticulously analyzed, as if they were cryptic diary entries, a public confessional. And her most recent track, How Does It Feel to Be Forgotten, prompted dedicated Bieber fans and gossip websites to engage in intensive investigative efforts, a digital scavenger hunt. Released as part of her album, I Said I Love You First, the song has convinced many that she is sending a not-so-subtle message to none other than Justin Bieber, with lyrics such as, "You're so embarrassing. Go cry when no one's watching. I can't imagine it. How does it feel to be forgotten?" The internet is buzzing with theories. Is she suggesting she has definitively moved on, while Justin is struggling to maintain appearances, a public unraveling? The chronological context aligns, but let's delve deeper. One particular line has drawn considerable attention, "'Cause you walked in. Big-ass grin talking like we're friends. Honey, what were you thinking?" Fans are convinced she is referring to Bieber acting nonchalantly while she is thinking, "Sir, we are not on good terms. Why are you behaving as if we are?" A moment of exquisite awkwardness. And it does not end there. The song's recurring motif Selena moving forward, while someone else, perhaps Bieber, struggles to do the same mirrors the sentiment of her 2020 hit, Look at Her Now. Even Genius.com recognized the connection, highlighting the lyrical similarities. Coincidence? Perhaps intentional. Most likely. If this song wasn't already generating sufficient speculation, let's discuss Don't Want to Cry, Another track from the album. Left the door wide open for the whole wide world to see. You kiss her right in front of me like I'm not even there. That lyric alone caused fans to react strongly, swearing that Selena is finally openly witnessing Bieber move on so publicly, a raw wound exposed. Similarly, the track, Don't Take It Personally, received considerable attention as it sounded as though Selena was subtly criticizing the Biebers, a veiled accusation. The buzz commenced when snippets of the lyrics surfaced online, immediately captivating attention. Lines such as, I know the two of you used to talk like every day. You probably got a dartboard of my face right in the middle, prompted fans to analyze every syllable, speculating that Selena was hinting at the tension between her and the Biebers, a simmering feud. Despite Selena and Hailey both publicly denying any ongoing drama, the song's lyrics seem to convey a different story. Social media erupted with theories as fans dissected every line, searching for concealed meanings. When the complete track was released, lyrics such as, Please don't take it personally. Some things are just meant to be and don't waste all your energy. We both know that he loves me, only intensified the speculation. Over the past few years, Selena has clearly transitioned to a new state of mind, one centered around tranquility, self-care, and a level of composed detachment that arguably warrants its own trademark, a masterclass in serenity. Her social media presence radiates an aesthetic of peaceful living, and she has openly discussed prioritizing her mental well-being, a journey of self-discovery. This shift is clearly discernible in her music, offering a stark contrast to the emotional turbulence that once defined her romantic life, a calm after the storm. However, let's delve into the actual reason fans are experiencing such intense reactions. Justin's 2015 hit, Sorry. When it was released, the internet widely believed it was his way of apologizing to Selena. Fast forward to You Said You Were Sorry, and now the dynamics have reversed. Is this Selena's long-anticipated response, a poetic justice? The lyrics are laden with reflections on empty apologies and broken promises, essentially the kind of regret-soaked storytelling that aligns a little too perfectly with a certain past relationship, a narrative too familiar. Lines concerning apologies that were never genuinely meant resonate differently for those who lived through the Selena saga, a shared trauma. So is You Said You Were Sorry about Justin? Perhaps, perhaps not. Regardless, the song is resonating powerfully, maintaining the ongoing dialogue and affirming that Selena's narrative is one worth listening to, a voice that demands attention. Whether I Said I Love You First is directed at Bieber or simply a broader anthem of moving on, one thing is evident. Selena possesses an undeniable ability to sustain conversation. And ultimately, whether she is reminiscing, reflecting, or simply crafting an excellent breakup song, the very fact that we are all dissecting it demonstrates her enduring impact, a testament to her power. The very same Selenators who initiated a renewed hate campaign against Hailey Bieber in an attempt to promote her album may actually be achieving the opposite effect, hindering its success, a self-inflicted wound. Critics are not particularly enthused by the lyrical content, and the more they analyze them, the more the album appears to struggle in gaining significant traction, a discordant note. A disconcerting video series has emerged, depicting Hailey Bieber as a stalker, coincidentally coinciding with the release of Selena Gomez's highly anticipated documentary, A Calculated Strike. This series, which has rapidly gained considerable online attention, presents Hailey in an extremely controversial light, suggesting a pattern of obsessive behavior in which she has purportedly followed Selena's life, emulated her style, and even replicated her public appearances, a digital phantom. The video, compiled from various clips and photographs, paints a picture of behavior that some are interpreting as an unhealthy fixation. The timing of its release is particularly noteworthy, as it aligns with the premiere of Selena's documentary. Fans are speculating whether the series is a calculated attempt to redirect public attention towards Selena, positioning her as the victim in an ongoing, romantic entanglement involving Hailey and Justin Bieber, a carefully orchestrated drama. Some fans are convinced that Hailey is the obsessed party in the high-profile, love triangle involving her husband Justin Bieber and his former flame Selena Gomez. These fans contend that the animosity directed at Hailey is justifiable, viewing it as a natural consequence of her actions, a karmic retribution. The origins of this narrative trace back to the nascent stages of Justin and Selena's relationship. Dubbed Galena by fans, their intermittent romance captivated millions, a love story for the ages. For many fans, Selena was perceived as Justin's quintessential first love, a sacred bond. The emotional roller coaster of public declarations, breakups, and reconciliations led many to believe in their unbreakable bond, a destined pairing. However, when Justin commenced dating Hailey, some fans promptly labeled her as the intruder who disrupted the fairy tale romance, a villain in their narrative. Justin and Hailey's whirlwind courtship began in 2018, and by July of that year, they were engaged. The swiftness of their engagement fueled speculation that Hailey was desperate to secure her place in Justin's life, a calculated move. Critics cited Hailey's past admiration for Justin and the Galena relationship, suggesting that her long-standing infatuation with him propelled her to pursue him relentlessly, ultimately culminating in their marriage, a relentless pursuit. The obsession narrative has been further exacerbated by Hailey's social media activity. Fans have meticulously scrutinized her Instagram posts and Twitter likes, searching for any indication of her preoccupation with Selena, a digital forensic investigation. Instances where Hailey allegedly liked or commented on posts related to Selena have been presented as proof of her obsession, a smoking gun. Some fans even assert that Hailey's fashion choices and hairstyles mimic Selena's, suggesting a deeper, disquieting fixation, a mimicry that chills. The controversy intensifies with accusations that Hailey has subtly criticized Selena through cryptic social media posts and veiled remarks in interviews, a silent war. Fans believe Hailey is consistently undermining Selena, and these perceived slights have only amplified the animosity towards Hailey, a growing tide of resentment. Consequently, fans rally behind Selena as the aggrieved party, with hashtags like #TeamSelena and #Hailey exposed trending on platforms such as Twitter and TikTok, where fans meticulously dissect every aspect of Hailey's life, a public dissection. This online hostility has permeated real-life interactions, with Hailey reportedly encountering negative reactions at public events, a tangible consequence. Despite the incessant criticism, Hailey has maintained that she is unfazed by the animosity and desires to move past the drama, focusing on her marriage, a stoic resolve. However, her attempts to diminish the situation appear to only reinforce the belief that she is the antagonist in this narrative, a self-fulfilling prophecy. Selena's 2019 hit, "Lose You to Love Me," only served to intensify the fervor. Many speculated that the song was about her relationship with Justin, particularly with its themes of moving on from a toxic relationship and finding closure. The lyric that resonated most widely, "In 2 months, you replaced us like it was easy," felt like a direct accusation, a brutal truth. For those who have followed the story, it is known that after Selena and Justin's final separation in March 2018, he swiftly moved on with Hailey Baldwin. By July, she had a ring on her finger, and by September, they were legally married, a remarkably rapid progression. Fans were astonished, and Selena, as this song made clear, felt the impact profoundly as well, a deep wound. The emotional music video further reinforced this narrative, with fans believing that Selena was still processing her feelings for him, a lingering ache. This long-standing narrative has captivated public interest for years, and this recent development has reignited the conversation, with many questioning if this video series is deliberately timed to generate interest around Selena's forthcoming projects, a strategic play. Another point of contention concerns Selena's responsibility in the situation. Should she publicly address the issue and call for an end to the animosity directed at Hailey, or will this ongoing saga continue to unfold in the public eye, a never-ending drama? Selena has previously attempted to address the bullying Hailey faces, but these efforts seemingly had minimal impact, a futile gesture. It serves as a reminder of the damaging narrative that pits women against each other, where one must be perceived as the victor, while the other is the loser, a cruel game. There are also theories that the surge of animosity towards Hailey may not be entirely organic. Some believe it could be a diversion from Justin Bieber's behavior or even a tactic orchestrated by Scooter Braun. Given his reportedly strained relationship with Justin, with Braun's history of employing such tactics, his potential involvement has become a plausible theory, a puppet master pulling strings. Now, it is not solely Hailey who is experiencing the brunt of this entire drama. For years, the internet has debated whether Selena Gomez remains emotionally attached to Justin Bieber. This idea has taken root due to certain moments over the years, some subtle, some overt, that suggest her breakup was something she never fully overcame, a phantom limb of a lost love. One of the primary reasons fans cling to this notion is Selena's reactions, whether direct or indirect, to Justin's relationships with other women, a telltale sign. Justin and Selena's relationship was characterized by dramatic breakups and reconciliations, each more public than the last. However, behind closed doors, matters were reportedly considerably more tumultuous. Selena allegedly subtly criticized Justin in videos, encouraged her friends to disparage him, and hinted at infidelity, all while maintaining a public image of being unattached, a master manipulator. This back and forth reportedly left Justin in emotional turmoil, perpetually uncertain of where he stood with her, a constant state of flux. Every time he began dating someone new, her fan base would launch into a full-scale attack, harassing the person he was with, a digital mob. This was evident when he dated Sophia Richie, and it escalated significantly when he became involved with Hailey Baldwin, now Hailey Bieber, a relentless assault. One of the most shocking moments occurred in November 2012 when Selena allegedly slapped Justin for taking photographs with fans. The incident, captured on video, became emblematic of the instability that had permeated their relationship, a public meltdown. Some believe Justin's song, "What Do You Mean?" was his way of expressing frustration over Selena's mixed signals and manipulative behavior, a cry for clarity. By 2013 and 2014, Justin's life had reportedly reached a low point. He was reportedly grappling with mental health issues, and some sources indicate he was even on the verge of suicide. His manager, Scooter Braun, later admitted in interviews that he genuinely feared for Justin's life during this dark period, a chilling confession. Without a clear sense of direction, Justin appeared to be spiraling out of control, a ship lost at sea. Then, in 2015, circumstances began to shift. Justin started attending church and spending more time with Hailey Baldwin, now Hailey Bieber, a guiding light. Unlike his tumultuous relationship with Selena, his bond with Hailey was distinct. It was calm, supportive, and built on mutual respect, a sanctuary. Justin's 2015 album, Purpose, is believed to be inspired by Hailey, reflecting the stability and positive energy she introduced into his life, a muse of serenity. By the time he was interviewed by GQ in 2016, he was already discussing marriage, demonstrating the seriousness of his intentions toward her, a clear path forward. Many fans perceive Hailey as the individual who guided Justin out of the chaos and assisted him in rebuilding his life, a quiet architect of his salvation. Unlike his allegedly public relations-driven relationship with Selena, Hailey's love seemed genuine, grounding him, facilitating his healing, and enabling him to finally move forward, a true anchor. Hailey, for the most part, remained detached from the drama. This phenomenon ignited widespread discussion. Was this the artist, finally revealing his side of their intricate love story, offering his unique perspective on their shared history, a long-awaited confession? Or was it, in fact, a poignant and desperate plea for a second chance, a yearning for reconciliation that defied the passage of time? The sentiment of enduring affection, powerfully encapsulated in the phrase, "I'm never going to stop loving you," resonates deeply within the ongoing public discourse surrounding this release, a timeless declaration. Irrespective of the artist's true underlying intention, this particular musical track has undeniably captivated global attention, prompting extensive analysis, fervent debate, and a detailed breakdown of its perceived meanings and implications, a cultural reset.